Hey there, Adam Littleche here, founder of Sexy Confidence, and now the author of a brand new book called Love Texting. Texting secrets that make any man crave you. And those can be found at lovetexting.com. And in Love Texting, I teach you how this little device right here can suddenly transform any boring dud into a passionate loving stud overnight using only your 2 thumbs in this one very simple device. And in this short video, I'm gonna show you the 3 texting strategies that men absolutely love. Now you're probably asking why it is that I'm actually even launching this video. Well, as you know, I've been a dating coach for over 6 years now, helping the 21st century woman create a love life that she loves. I've also had the unique opportunity to lecture at hundreds of universities all across the country. And as you probably know, I have a YouTube channel that has millions of views and it's reached millions of women all across the world. My advice has even been featured all over the planet in hundreds of magazines and media outlets that you know, Glamour, Cosmo, ABC, you name it, I've been there. But the thing is, I've always fought the idea of sharing my secrets about texting, or even the thought of creating a texting guidebook. I always left that type of advice for my high-end coaching clients. And I also, quite frankly, didn't really like texting that much myself, but that has all changed today. Because whether or not we like it, this is the 21st century, and this thing right here is how we communicate. Everyone is always accessible at any waking hour of the night using this little thing, and those women who are out there who don't know how to use it are, quite frankly, completely screwed. And regardless of whether you're single right now or in a relationship, love can be won or lost using this handheld device. Love texting is how you keep a man interested and invested in the relationship. And based on my interviews with dozens of single men out there on texting specifically, and based on my experience having coached hundreds of men on the path on how to flirt and meet you, it really does appear that some women out there are completely dropping the ball. It's understandable. Back a few years ago, I had absolutely no clue how to use this thing right here. I remember one time I went out, and back when I was single, I met a woman that I really liked. You know, we had good banter, she was fun, she was playful, we really got along. So I decided that I was going to call her. And I went ahead and I called her. And then I got no response. So then I waited a day and then I called her again, no response. And then immediately I hear back from her and there was a response through text. And she said, "Hey, can you just text me? I can't talk on the phone right now, I'm at work." And at that very moment, I realized that society has made an enormous shift. And whether or not I liked her, whether or not you like texting or that type of communication, it is a critical component of dating. And of course, even when you're in relationships, how we communicate nowadays. And as I continue to coach and help men and women with their dating lives, I continue to really decode and understand how to text, and of course, more importantly, how not to text. And it's not until now, and for a very short period of time, that I'm able to share these secrets with you. And I create these videos for the community here. So I do what I do. I want to help all of you, and I realize the power of learning how to use this crazy device and how it can change your life very, very quickly. But I can't promise that these videos are going to be up for very long, so make sure you watch them right now, watch them in its entirety, watch them very, very carefully. Because regardless, if you're currently dating a guy who you just met recently, or you're in a really long-term relationship, texting only has one core purpose, and that is to trigger positive emotions of both love and attraction in your man. Everything else should be left for real life. So here are 3 core strategies that you can use right now, today, to rekindle that spark, to create those incredible emotions of love and attraction. So the first core strategy is called insider texting. And it's all about sharing something very, very special that happened between the 2 of you. Because let me tell you, the easiest way to build a very deep connection with someone is to make that person or make that man feel like what you have is very, very special, which of course it is and which it should be. And the easiest way to make him feel disconnected with you is by making him feel like what you guys have is very typical, like everyone has this. So insider texting is designed to elicit a very, very strong emotional response. So here, let me give you a few examples. If right now you're in a relationship, you could send a text that sounds like this.
I know this is random, but I was just thinking back to our first date when you bravely took me out to sushi and you had never had raw fish before.
Believe it or not, this text is very, very powerful because it takes him back to that moment when he was nervous being on that first date with you. He was doing anything to impress you. He was taking you out to sushi, and obviously you have to apply this to your own first date that you had with your man or any type of memory that you've had together. But you're basically taking him back in time and reliving those experiences. A very, very powerful texting technique. Now, if you're single and recently met a guy, let's say you met a guy going out at night and you kind of joked around about sushi or something with work and sushi, you could send him a text that kind of sounds something like this.
So, any hot sushi dates with clients this week?
A text like that would be perfect. It's almost like an inside joke, right? Let's say you guys were goofing around. He said, "Oh, I'm so sick of sushi. I have to go out with clients all the time." What you're doing is bringing him back to that memory that you guys had when you first met. And at the end of the day, time periods and events, they're going to very quickly elicit the same types of emotions that he felt at that time period. So these insider texts are all about bringing you back to that moment when it is that you met or when you were very happy being together. Insider texting is an incredibly powerful tool. Strategy number 2 is called praise texting. Now, compliments are basically like little gifts of love, like those tiny bits of energy that inject happiness into other people's lives instantly. And I don't believe that enough people compliment one another, certainly not face to face, and certainly not when it comes to texting, whether or not you're just early on dating someone or, of course, even further along in a relationship. Now, the best part about compliments and praising someone is that you don't need to be an expert to be able to do that. You just need to be very, very genuine. And more importantly, be specific, right? Be specific about what specifically you want to show appreciation for what it is that they did. Don't take things for granted in life. It could be very small. Maybe it's something that he did when you went on a first date, how he tipped the waiter very well, how he's really funny when you were on that first date. Or if you live with someone, you've been together with them for 5 years, and how well he was willing to do the dishes and do something really special for you. Really show that appreciation and show that praise. Texting is an incredibly powerful way to do that because it's a little bit less awkward than coming up to someone face to face. It's a great way to connect with someone when you are far away. And the third strategy is what's called text baiting. Now, mystery and anticipation is a huge part of attraction. Sending a text like this,
"If you're here right now."
He is going to be going wild about what it is that you're talking about. It builds a lot of anticipation. It builds a lot of mystery. And in my book, Love Texting, at lovetexting.com, I teach you how to be able to keep that text going, how to bait him into that type of conversation, and where to take that conversation moving forward. Now, all of these texting strategies work whether you're in a long-term relationship or you literally just met a dude the other night. And that's why I wanted to create lovetexting.com, is to help you through all these different scenarios that might be coming up in your life, how to create that flirtatious, the mystery in your relationship, how to be able to communicate in a way that really elicits his emotion. And I want to make sure you're prepared with exactly what you need to do when he texts you. So I challenge you right now to what I call the Love Texting Challenge, the hashtag Love Texting. Go ahead and send one of these texts to a man that you're dating right now, whether it's an insider text, whether it's a praise text, or whether it's a baiting text, and I want to hear exactly how it went. So go ahead, send that text right now. Don't wait. Do it right now, and then leave a comment right there below and tell me how it went. So if you're watching this video right now, that does mean Love Texting is open and is available at lovetexting.com. Grab your copy of the book. You're going to get over 100 different texting examples that are going to help you in every single scenario you could possibly come up with texting. So I'm also going to teach you how to be able to text guys, how to be able to respond to guys, when to text guys. So make sure you head on over. You can click this link right here, or you can head on over to lovetexting.com, and it's going to walk you through everything you'll need when it comes to texting men and dating. And once you have these texting strategies, you'll know exactly how to be able to turn that dud into a romantic stud by using these 2 fingers and this little device right here. So go over to lovetexting.com right now to grab your copy. Speak to you soon.